there. Thanks for joining me. Welcome back. It's been a while since you've heard this voice, hasn't it? I'm actually feeling so much better. I'm on the mend. Christmas is done, so things are quiet and relaxing. Not that we had a terribly busy Christmas at the last minute. When you have a big family, there are just bound to be viruses and people come down with it. That means that the whole family sort of has to hunker in, and we certainly had our fair share of that. I thought it was going to include my husband and I. I think I was sort of on the mend, pardon me, by the end. But I didn't want to take any chances because my lungs were still stinging a bit. I was finished my antibiotics, but I still had 2 other prescriptions that my doctor had me on, an inhaler and also a steroid. So I just, for Christmas Eve, I thought it best that I stay home. Just that one. I've just found that talking too much got me coughing, and then too much coughing got my throat sore again. You know how it all works. Anyhow, we ended up having a very nice, quiet Christmas. If you celebrate, I hope you did too. And if you don't celebrate or are celebrating other things, I hope you've had a nice week, because it's been a long time since we certainly all got together here. And yes, I am still working on Marmaduke, and I am determined I'm going to finish him and put him in my little Etsy shop. And you know what I've also decided? I had one other one that I was really looking forward to doing, and I think I'm going to do it anyhow. I think, you know what, if people can be working on Christmas journals in September and October, I can work on one in January, because this one's going to be a little bit different, and it's not going to be a Santa ho 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 kind of journal. You'll see when I get to it. But in the meantime, Marmaduke really is almost finished. And I just thought I'd chatter while I work on this. I am making a tag out of this. It's a copy of an old photo. Believe it or not, that's my big brother. Isn't he cute? Oh. He went through various stages in his life where he needed glasses and then didn't need glasses. He's also in here somewhere else a little earlier. Oh, there he is when he was a little baby. Because he was baby number 1, there are just tons of pictures of him. When you get to baby number 4, which I was, it's sort of, oh, no big deal. It's baby number 4, and you know, if you remember, you get the camera out. So not a whole lot of photos of me in our family photo box. But enough. I certainly enjoy having pictures of my brother, and I don't mind at all. But he had various times in his life where he had to wear glasses, and when I find some pictures, I'll show you, because he looks like Ralphie from A Christmas Story. And whenever I watch the movie A Christmas Story, I feel like I'm watching my brother Ernie in a movie. It's hilarious. And in the Bradenton, what's the name of that restaurant? It's an Italian restaurant. Name that's gone out of my head. Anyhow, there's a booth with an old photo in it, and it's got a little boy riding a pony. And we have a picture of my brother Ernie on a pony. And so we love, when my brother's home down there is near Bradenton. So if we go to, it's going to drive me crazy, the name of the restaurant. If we go there, we really love to be able to sit in the booth where we feel like we've got Ernie's picture up on the wall. We feel like the rest of the restaurant should know there's a celebrity in the place. Hold on, I'm going to find the picture. Here it is. There he is on the pony. And honest to goodness, there's a picture in the restaurant of a little boy on a pony. You'd swear it was my brother. Here's a picture from 1958, and it's my brother and my brothers and my cousins. And so this was the year before I was born. I was born in 59, so I missed out on, that actually would have been the Christmas of 57. So that would have been actually the year before 58. So it looks like it's my twin cousins. Twins were in my family. And then I'm not sure who's who. I believe these three are my brothers and these two are my twin cousins. Anyhow, that doesn't matter. What am I going on about? I'm sorry. My mind is wandering. But you know me. It does that. So I'm just going to keep working away here. I thought I would turn this old picture into a journaling tag type thing. And so I've backed it. It's just a photocopy of the actual photo. I photocopied it onto tea-dyed paper, and then I backed it onto more tea-dyed paper. So it's flexible, it's light, it's not bulky, and I like it. So I wanted to put a little bit of fun just on the front here and on the back, but leave some room for journaling. And I just thought, since since the book is called Marmaduke, maybe this we'll just pretend Ernie is Marmaduke. I like this. I think I fussy cut it out from out of somewhere, this little Santa here. And I rather like him, and just felt like, I don't know, I've been trying to decide how I want to whether I just wanted to glue him on. I want a lot of Marmaduke to still feel quite childlike, as if the owner aged and evolved as the journal itself also grew and aged and evolved. So some of the things I want it to almost look like a child had put it in, a talented child nonetheless. Like anyone artsy, I'm sure you or I, if you're here because you're a fellow crafter, you're artsy, and I bet when you were a kid you made good art. It's just true. As a child, it was just one of my talents. I was always the kid in class that had really awesome paintings and got chosen to design the backdrops for if the school was putting on a play. I would get to set up the background for the staging, which is what I preferred as opposed to the acting part and what have you. I remember in public school, so the lower grades here in Ontario, we call that stage public school, which is strange because it was always all public school, even our high schools. I mean, we have private, Catholic, and public, so I mean, I'm wandering again. Oh my goodness, some things never change. Even on the day after Boxing Day. Anyhow, I won a contest and designed the new logo for all of our athletic teams because our school was the Anson Sons. And I still remember what it looked like. And I designed the new logo that went on all the t-shirts for all of our sports teams for when if they had to go play somewhere, they wore. I think I wanted... Do you have something in your mouth? Sorry, some things never change. Kirby's here and I have to be aware. I feel like some sparkle. And I'm wondering if I want the snowflake from off the back of this and put Santa on it. Or if I want just simply some gold stars. I'm going to go look. Okay, gold. Are you shocked? Catherine wants gold. Gold. The heart wants what it wants. Anyhow, so we had a nice Christmas, albeit quiet. I'm okay with quiet. After years and years of hectic, I'm quite okay with quiet. Now, I'm just going to curve like this. And maybe I will run it off the page and square it. And then put Santa on top like that. Yes, I think that's what I'll do. Now, these bottles haven't been opened in forever. So, yeah, I hope you're all doing well. I hope so many viruses going around. If you haven't got one, you've got the other, or as ever, I think for the rest of our lives we'll be dealing with COVID in one of its many forms it evolves into, until it becomes just another version of a common type cold. I think that's what's going to eventually happen. Who knows? What is our common cold might have been prehistoric man's COVID that they dealt with. And then it just evolved and evolved and evolved and evolved, and we now just call it having a cold. I'm going to do this. I inked that thinking I wanted that piece of doily, but I want gold. Kirby had a good Christmas. She got her new, now that I can say it out loud, she got her new boots, which are still taking a little getting used to. Once they're on, she's happy with them now. So that's our next thing, is to get her used to it not being a wrestling match. every time we put them on. If she's just going back out into our yard just to do a little business, we don't bother with the boots. But if it's going to be a significant playtime, or going for a walk. We haven't done a walk yet, but certainly playtime, you know, fetching a ball or whatever in the backyard. The boots and the little jacket go on. She doesn't mind the jacket at all. And it's really nice, warm coat. And it's the kind of coat that has a built-in harness, which is really nice. You don't have to put a harness on either underneath and poke it through a hole. Wondering if I want to do one of my Tim Holtz. Oh, she's got a thread. Got it. She's notorious. I need to give up on, she cannot have stuffed toys like some dogs can. She just immediately thinks it's her mission in life to unstuff the stuffed thing. And then I'm dealing with threads and no, I'm just going to leave that. But the Tim Holtz, that's, where did I put it? I almost forget where everything is now. It's been so long. I literally walked away from my room, closed the door, and walked away. I was so tired, so congested, coughing so much. I was waiting to hear that I had a cracked rib. I thought that'll be next. But I didn't. I was surprised my family doctor would see me. Because the answering machine message said, if you have COVID symptoms, please do not come into the office. They want you to book a phone visit. And I already had an appointment booked from a long, long time ago, so I got through to the receptionist, and I said to the receptionist, I said, look, I think I'm beyond a cold now. I think I've simply, something's become infected. I said, because I'm 8 days at this. This says, Dear Santa Claus. I don't know if you can see that. There, I like that. I said, I've tested 3 times now. I'm negative. And I said, but if you hear me, I sound awful. And she said, no, if you've tested and you're negative, she said, the doctor will see you. Oh, thank goodness. So I did get in, and she did say, oh yeah, you got bronchitis. After checking everything over. And I don't even know how much. It's all a blur now. I don't know how much you already know. When I did my last video, what I shared, I don't know. This could all be repeat, and you could all be rolling your eyes going, my goodness, the woman's losing it. She's been delirious for 10 days. Still got my little Santa jingle jangle on. I mean, today is Boxing Day here in Canada, which means the stores are chaotic with sales, which I refuse to go to. I never have, and I never will. I proudly say I would rather pay full price than deal with angry, aggressive shoppers. My dad, on the other hand, loved to get a good Boxing Day deal. And he could be as angry and aggressive as any of the others. Now I want to use this because it's out of that 1950s newspaper and it's about toys. It's a toy called Enterprise. And I think I want to run it across the bottom here so that there's still journaling space. And then I've got this fussy cut out of a book of a little package. So maybe little Marmaduke is dreaming about getting the toy Enterprise for Christmas from Santa. And and he drops his letter off, and he also tells him, I know that's what we used to do. Certainly when I was growing up, letters to Santa, there was always a box. If you went to the store, there was always a box. And you could drop off your letter, and you could go up and see him and tell him what you want. In person. So maybe that's what Marmaduke did here. You know me, doing my little cheater pencil marks that I'll erase later. Well, where the original Marmaduke lived, Prince Edward County, from the storm that we've been dealing with, wowee, what a storm we've been dealing with. We were very, very fortunate. Our area, our house did not lose power, but many in the little communities around us, it was on and off here and there. Our grocery store for a little while had no power on Christmas Eve, so people getting last minute groceries were in trouble because, of course, cash registers, debit, all that sort of thing. Oh boy. We were ready to go, so it didn't affect us, but I felt badly for anyone that it affected. Now I want this to sort of run off the edge, and then I'm going to trim that as well. Play Enterprise. Now I forget where I was going with that story. See? I know I didn't have COVID because they say there's a COVID, one of the symptoms of long COVID is brain fog. And they say they have found of people with long COVID tends to be more women, and women that are carrying extra weight. And they're not sure why. They don't know whether this is related to whether the virus remains stored in fat cells, for example, or what it is. So, and I can't even blame it on that. But let's say I've got long bronchitis and it's given me brain fog, shall we? Then I'll feel a little bit better about my forgetfulness. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's take this off. Oh, I'm looking at the clock. I gotta go get started on our dinner. Pretty soon. I got Sweetie Pie home today and tomorrow. So he got a nice long weekend. So today, you're watching this on Tuesday. Today is actually Monday. That looks cute. Who are you barking at? It's probably just Daddy. Yeah, it's Daddy. I don't think, I was thinking about putting a hole and an eyelet, and I don't think I will. That bulks it up. That looks cute. I like it. It's just going to get tucked in here somewhere. Who knows where. Let's put him in there for now. So yeah, I'll be finishing this up. Not sure on camera, off, or a little bit of both, and then I'll let you know when it's going to go. Oh, I forgot I did that. That turned out cute. See what I mean? Brain fog. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. It's going to be a long winter. Thanks for joining me today. For everyone who's left really nice comments, by the time I finally reopened my laptop and took a look at them, I hope you don't mind. For most of them, I just clicked on the little heart to let you know that I read it, and I really, really appreciated it. It was really kind of you. Usually I like to give a little reply of some sort. I just think it's nice, and while I can, I certainly like to. But for the past, I had like 8 days worth of comments, and so I mostly just clicked the little heart. But please know in my heart, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the very kind comments and well wishes that I feel better. I do feel better. I'm on the mend, and I'm very much looking forward to having a week of studio time and having my crafty crush home and some crafty dates with her. And I'm going to go get started on dinner right now, even though it's morning, and I hope you're enjoying your tea or your coffee right now. Good morning if it's morning to you, and thanks for joining me, even if it's any other time of day. We'll talk soon. Bye.